Okay, so instead of just taking out the lower control, where are we? Right in there. So I got to take that bushing out of there. And then what else needs to be done? Well, that sleeve needs to be taken off because that's leaking. What about this? Yeah, it's gonna have to be replaced. And then this one, they're cheap, so it'd be stupid not to replace that. So where I'm going with this is, and there's another ball joint, and then we've got that big one in there that's holding it onto the chassis, and there's that one there. Now the one thing I think I have to be careful with when taking these off, not careful of, but mindful of, are these settings here. Notice this is one big circle, and I think this line, oops, hold it steady. Anyway, I'm going to record all this, and that's the mark we want right there, I think. And if it's not, well, we're going to use it as the mark. And same back in here. So the camber, I'm sure this is what's controlling that, I think. But I need some light on this. Oops. There. More better. So there's a circle pointing to a circle on that one. And no circle on this one, or hole rather. Anyway, taking that down. So this is the deal. I might as well just drop this and that. And where else? Either from separate all this from this upper arm, because taking that off in there and that one over there is not going to be easy, because the access to them, to the bolts in the nut, are inside under here somewhere. So if I can separate, if they become a problem and I can separate this ball joint from here, but then again, how am I going to put it in? So the whole point is that all of these components need to be removed and replaced. And trying to replace them all in the confines of this area here is going to take a lot longer than if this whole piece was up on a bench. Again, put all the tie rod ends and what have you, and the sleeves all together, and then with the car jack or the floor jack, I can lift this up into place and attach everything, starting from the top. Those two, if that's what's going to happen. All right. So we're going to do it on one side. see what it's like. And then after addressing that, I'll decide whether to do the other side or not. And having done it on one side, I'll know what's coming on the other side. So doing the other side won't be half of an issue. I'd have done one side completely. So taken, dismantled, components removed, same components or newer components reinstalled, and then put the brake pad on or the rotor on, because that's going to be separated from this, and I'm going to hang that rotor off of something with a bungee cord. And I'm going to loosen that nut, back it off, and so here's the issue. I can leave that on there and remove the arm completely out with the sock on it, or the sleeve, because I need to remember what position this is in for this. And right now what we're going to do is take a picture. What does this do here? I don't know. Alright, so zoom, clear, back up, come in. That's how many. And that's how many. Okay, notice like that. This is the placement of it. Alright, that should be enough.